Good afternoon and welcome to the Maroochydore Multi-Sport Complex, the 2024 AFL Pacific Cup. Next up we have our men's division game between Papua New Guinea and New Zealand. If you are able, we please ask you to stand, remove your hats and join the players, umpires and officials for the playing of the Papua New Guinea national anthem.
Hello and welcome to the coverage of the men's open competition. My name's Chris. You can hear me over there on the comms, on the chat. Please let me know. It'd be lovely to hear from you, just to confirm that that we're here, we're roaring to go. As New Zealand have a shot on goal and it goes out of bounds on the full. Be a free kick to the Mosquitoes in the left back pocket, the right back pocket. New Zealand lead this one 2 behinds. To PNG yet to score. So if you can hear me, give us a thumbs up or let me know. That'd be lovely to hear from you, and tell me where you're watching from today, as we do have the Mosquitoes and the Falcons going toe to toe in what I believe may very well be an insight into what might happen in the grand final. Ah, beautiful. Thanks, Jeremy. Much appreciated. Great to hear your voice, mate. Now, my apologies for my delay. I had to get the old scuba diving gear to come across the ground, such as the rain and the wet here at Maroochydore, having rainfall all across the region, across southeast Queensland. It's insane as the Mosquitoes go inside the forward 50. Mark drop there by the Falcons. Comes out towards half back. Mark drop there by Logo. Kick around the body from the Mosquitoes, and it'll be turned over in the back pocket. Shout out, this is coming from Michael Willer. Shout out to Sabo from PNG. It is an honour to represent your people. Absolutely, international football at its finest in some of the toughest conditions we will see. Finny Poisi says the guy from New Zealand, number 9. Looks good. He is everywhere. Yeah, that's Campbell. Absolutely fantastic player. Horrendous conditions here at Maroochydore on the Sunshine Coast. As the kick from Jeremiah Benn is turned over to half-back to Clark. He was best on ground for the Falcons on Monday. As they look to switch across the outer side. 17-minute quarters. Most of it played in massive puddles as Penny sends the ball inside the forward 50 there for the Mosquitoes. Straw mark taken. And that's Mackenzie Bartha who marks. Norrie Keenan says, hey Chris, the Tane Train family's watching from Auckland, New Zealand. Oh, the cult figure. The Tane Train. Number 12 for the Falcons. Tane Curtin, what an absolute star. Right foot kick here for the Mosquitoes. It'll land up towards the top of the square. This comes to a complete stop 5 metres out from goal. Falcons do have a loose player out here in Leet. And we'll see a stoppage. The rain is horrendous here to the point where the women's games on the oval behind us have been moved onto the far oval. And even half of that ground is still covered in water. Much more water sitting on the ground than what is on this one. Alex says, tuning in from Imogen in New Zealand. Great to be in your company. Roseanne Cass says, go PNG. Finny Boy C, let's go Jacob. Absolutely awesome. Great to see the supporters there. We'll see a boundary throw in. Dan Tapandi says, let's go PNG. Watching from Corabase in Port Moresby, PNG. Morgan Williams says, Kaiora from Christchurch. Watching in the hot tub. Probably too much info. No. That's I've kicked back and watched sports in the spa before. Absolutely, it's the best way to enjoy it, with a light refreshment or several. As Leet tries to work his way out across half back there for the Falcons, putting his body over the ball was there for PNG, hard up there on the boundary line. We'll see a free kick too high. I'm going to take a stab and say that's Glenn Senyong. We kicked the goal in the opening game against Fiji, hailing from the Nil Tigers. That's in Victoria. The Tane Train. D. Berger says the Tane Train is my brother. Let's go, Howie brothers. Senyon chips the ball up towards the forward pocket. Conditions are going to be very hard to get an effective disposal away as Leet through the Falcons. Good pressure here from PNG inside that forward 50. And it's highlighted there to perfection. Overrunning at the crucial stage was Glenn Senyong. Ball paddled out towards the boundary line. Overrunning it was Jason Logie. And that's still inside the field of play. We'll see a stoppage. Dan Bushett says Number 6, Sean Butler. You are my hero. Biggest boot in all of Coromandel. Ceci Lay says, are you, of course? Jamie says, shout out to D Bain. Absolutely deadly from in front. Ben Sagnon working tirelessly here for the Mosquitoes. Still inside the field of play, momentarily back to Sagnon. He's stripped off at the umpire's head, holding the ball. I'll give you the rundown of the umpires very shortly. So for those who are joining us for the first time as part of the men's competition, Tonga was a late withdrawal. They withdrew from the competition on Sunday night. So that has reduced the fixture, so all teams are playing one game less. Jordan Downey says, Red As, get amongst it. Xavier Rice, number 99, the weapon. Go number 9, Andrew Lay for PNG. Big Brain 61 says, looks like a dog peeing off a flat rock. It's those conditions, horrendous conditions. G'day, Big Brain. Lovely being in your company today, my friend. Yeah, the rain hasn't really stopped since yesterday morning here on the Sunshine Coast, which is, we don't know what sunshine is today. As the ball is bombed out towards commentary wing, picked up here by Jeremiah Ben here for the Mosquitoes. Chips it up over the top and finds his teammate. Inside the field of play. Player on the mark there is Robles for New Zealand. As the rain is blowing directly into the camera lens. We've got a few comments there. So it is, it's making it very tough for us here in the comm box. We've got the rain blowing directly at my face. So it's making it for an enjoyable afternoon as Elton Mondo sends the ball inside the forward 50 for PNG. They'd love a goal here with 2.5 minutes to go in the first term. Umpire allows it to continue. There was a scrubber kick there from Connell Brown. Couldn't quite clear the defensive 50 there for the Falcons. This would be some of the toughest conditions that they would have played in today. Mick Williams says here supporting Hayden J. Also bowls a handy right arm over the wicket. Does he go? Mick, does he have a bit of speed on that as well, or is just really good line and length? Be interested in your thoughts. Here they come, PNG again. They've dominated the last 8 or so minutes of play. Ball at centre half forward. Crucial slip over there from James Joshua from the Kabani Football Club. Kick around the body. I think it was from Emmanuel Tepai. Finds Amiga. Amiga with a thumping kick, a mega kick inside the forward 51 for the Brave. Skids off the ground. Diesel says, this is what footy is all about. Great to be in your company, Diesel. Carlos says, Jacob is the best. Up the Hornets, east side. Legendary defence from Hayden Johnson, says Emma Bam Bam. Diesel says, try and have a bounce in this mess. There'll be some players that will have a red-hot go, you'd feel. So PNG, they need to capitalise on the dominance. The problem for them is that they've been going towards that forward pocket. I want to see them play more through the corridor. Desmond says, Mosquitoes' wet weather is our enemy, so run in numbers. They've been running in numbers, setting up players across this commentary wing. So they have that extra 3 or 4 numbers. A lovely tackle. Umpire says play on. Good strong work there from McBride. We'll see a throw in. Umpires today in the field, Liam Donaghy and Angus Howell. On the boundary, Jeremy Ackett, Thomas Lay on the goals. Darcy, John Kenobi and Harrison Gertson-Neal. So the Hyphens. A couple of shepherds here laid in front of us here on the commentary wing, putting his body over the ball was Missy Fiamallo. I hear that he thrives in these conditions. The ball taken out of bounds. Is that deliberate? Umpire says no. The captain there, Howison from the Falcons. They won the toss, kicked into the left hand of his screen. Mick Willis says Josh Love doesn't have enough fingers for the amount of compliments he's going to get. Lolly Sailor says, Mama, Lily watching from Perth. Go PNG. So just after close to 15 minutes to 1 o'clock over in Perth. So I hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. It's great to be in your company. Hope you're getting nicer weather than us, as it is quite a time here. Neither team able to kick a goal in this first term. Hope you're enjoying the coverage across the women's, across the men. New Zealand lead this one by 2 points. Back on the other side of this break.
Good afternoon, welcome back here to a very wet 2024 Pacific Cup, and you'll be, I've been reliably informed that we've got the notification up at present saying that stay tuned, the stream will return shortly. We're just getting our superstar camera lens getting taken care of. Very hard when we've got the wind and rain blowing directly into our face. Georgia Alia says, watching from Christchurch, New Zealand, cheering on the Howison brothers. Did you know that the Howies have two sisters? Both have dabbled in AFL too. Thanks, Georgia. Which teams do they play for? Diesel says, Chris, my brother, g'day, champ. Good to be with you, mate. The pleasure's mine. Love being in your company, Dees. Finney Boyce says, Jacob representing the Howick Hornets. Let's go, number 9. Joseph Lamont says, hey, Chris, yep, camera lens needs a wiper. I think we need it going in ultra mode at the moment. Ricky says, these conditions are uncomfortably comfortable. Jeremy says, very interesting quarter. It's not going to be the most attractive play that we're going to see today. But I think these are the important games. And just, I've got the radar up in front of me at the moment. It is looking like we're going to see some clearer weather for a brief period, but we do have some rain coming in from the north west, and it's coming down in a south westerly direction, a southeasterly direction. So that just means that it's coming across diagonally. So whatever we're getting diagonally from inland Queensland, it's coming straight to us. So we may have some clear conditions a little bit later on, but at this stage, we're going to get this drizzle for a fair while yet. We've just got a whole heap of rain coverage shadowing the whole the whole region today. Chris says, let's go Vanuatu. Absolutely fantastic. So PNG, what are they going to be saying to their players at this break? Staglimi says, if Sam Anderson, I'd kiss him, he's unstoppable. Hugo Finley says, Lockie number 30, the T-Rex, have my babies. Maggie says, go PNG. Mozzie's big brain says, and his big brain is marvellous at what he does. Last time these two teams met was at the MCG, PNG defeating NZ by 1 point in the International Cup grand final in the 2017. Much different conditions today. Henley Clark says, let's go Falcons. Karikaki says, let's go Mozzies. Well, certainly challenging conditions today. But, you know, we're thrilled to have this opportunity to produce international football. And so it'd be great to hear some of your thoughts across the chat today. Michael Willis says, Josh Love doesn't have enough fingers for the amount of compliments he's going to get. Well, I mean, he gets lots of compliments and deserves it. Angus Hammond says, PNG paying $1.80. Dan says, let's go the Wally boys, doing Wellington AFL proud. Tamara says, watching from Christchurch, let's go Falcons. PNG, they've dominated the last 7 or 8 minutes of play. They deserve a goal here. Slips out of the grasp of Andrew Lay. Overrun there by Laurie Logo, and we'll see a free kick to New Zealand across our back. There's not going to be a play on advantage. Martin Savara says, good afternoon, Chris. Thanks for hosting. Let's go Mozzies. David Savara, number 15. Well, he kicked 4 goals
in much better conditions in the win over Fiji 2 days ago. I think in these conditions we'll be lucky enough if we see 4 goals as a collective. As New Zealand bring the ball out towards the commentary side of the ground. On the slide, inadvertently copying a clip to the back of the head there was Josh Mackey. Picked up here by the captain here, and John James LeVay there for PNG. You can see the rain is starting to stop just a little bit. Just need to go around the corridor. Lovely kick around the body inside the forward 50 there from Dave Savara. New Zealand working hard across half back. And we'll see a stoppage. Ollie Saylor says, number watching from Perth, go Andrew Lay, PNG. Number 9, he's my son. Well, Andrew Lay from the University Tigers. Good footy club over there from what I've been reliably informed. As you can see, the moisture on the ground. Not causing problems for Rex and the PNG defence. The forward defence. Off hands. Lovely pressure applied there by Sharp. And we'll see a free kick at half-back for the Falcons. Chris Maggio says, go Andrew Lay. Number 9. Getting lots of love here. And a turnover, crucial turnover. Rex for PNG. Puts it up towards high half forward. Ball drops short, but some strong work there by Laurie Logo. Couldn't get the effective kick away. Jason Logie working hard. Just needs the support. Probably needed Rex to come forward a little bit more. Apply some of that pressure. And going back and taking a mark here is Howie. Right foot kick along the boundary line in the moisture. Taking out the coach with Sharp. Almost ended up face planting into the mud at Maroochydore. That's the good way to throw a spanner in the works and cause a little bit of chaos on the slide there, Sharp. Taking out the opposition coach. Fantastic. Bad re-throw in here, commentary side of the ground. Faimalo trying to clear the ball there for the Falcons. Going to the ground at the crucial stage there, I think it was Anderson. It wasn't. It was Macy. Kick there from the Rice man. Finds his target there in Percival. Right foot kick inside the forward 50. Can the Kiwis convert here? Good use of the body there from McBride. Had the support there of his teammate. And we'll see a boundary throw in. New Zealand 2 behinds, leading PNG yet to score. 3 minutes and change gone here in the second term. Pacific Cup 2024 football here on the Sunshine Coast. It may as well be called the wet coast today because we get loads of buckets of rain as Fiamelo kicks the ball up towards the top of the square. That mark wasn't paid to Alois Mondo there for PNG, but he sends the ball 60 metres out towards Scotty Johnson. Scotty Johnson now darts back in ball with a clever handball. Finds a teammate immediately under pressure. You can feel Missy Fiamelo really starting to lift up the intensity for the Kiwis. The Tickery Magpies watching from West Auckland. Up the Magpies. This Shane Train, Carlos and Sean and Butters. Kaka. Get around them. Absolutely get around them. You can see the girls in the foreground. Yeah, they've got a tough game ahead of them. Tough conditions out there. They're more challenging than what we've got here this afternoon. It's a free kick. We'll go to the New Zealand. Look to continue to play the ball on the outer side. And PNG, they're getting extra numbers to the contest. Lovely pickup. I think that was by Penny. Finds his teammate. Putting on the ground, right foot. Well, that hit the instep. He was going for the check side. And almost joined us up here in the com box. Got the old, I left a poncho at home today, so I've got the garbage bag. You know, one of those, the big durable garbage bags, probably worth about $2. I've gone to a concert before, open air venue, and people have been charging $10, $15 for a garbage bag for standing in line. So they go all right. As Rice spots up his teammate in Clark. It's one of the best players to watch in the competition from what I've seen so far. And a free kick for too high. It will go to the Falcons. The umpire has blown the whistle. The players haven't cottoned on yet. And it will be a free kick to the Falcons. Getting back on the mark there was James Joshua. They're trying to appeal for the 50. We've got to allow a little bit of leniency today. So left foot kick, jobs it inside the forward 50. Only one player went up for that one. That was for PNG. I think the Glory logo. And Femalo takes the ball out of bounds. Boundary throw in. Right half forward for New Zealand. 6 minutes gone. My name's Chris. Wonderful being in your company. James Halliday says, go Kiwis. And JP from the Uncoachables in Christchurch. Michael Willis says, typical behaviour from Sharp, taking out the coach. Well, it's one of those... It's like you're riding down a tarp and you've filled it with soap. You can just slide 50, 60 metres if you get a good run up. New Zealand inside the forward 50. PNG settle. You're going to have to refine your game today, that's for sure. You can't really play many tactical kicks. It's just a tactical footy. You've got to kick as long as you can. Free kick for holding the ball. So, New Zealand. Drew Campbell. Up the doggies we get from James Corcoran. Inside the forward 50 again. It's going to be tough for any player to mark in these tough conditions. Laying a strong tackle there was John James LeVay from the Gerrika Bombers. The captain for PNG, a serviceable captain at that, playing in the long sleeves. You could just see that he's like the quarterback of this football team, can't you, for the Aussies? Get a little tap there from Tupea. Right foot kick around the body up towards the top of the square. Could very well be first goal wins here today. That's just how tough they're going to be. Jeremiah Benn working hard in the helmet across the outer side. He's corralled there well by McBride. Takes a little bit off the kick. They've got the run here, the Kiwis. Sorry, they are PNG. Across the outer side of the ground. And New Zealand, the ball in hand, tries to find a teammate. Connell Brown takes the mark, plays on now. Up and under handball there from New Zealand. Picked off here by Jeffrey Namit, who loves to kick a goal. He's a long way out from home. Player going down behind there was, couldn't address that from the Falcons. Macy went to ground, a couple of players going down hard, and it'll be a free kick for too high. So it will go to the Kiwis. That number 30's legs are skinny, aren't they? They certainly are. But I think in these conditions, the skinnier the legs, the faster you can run, although I can imagine, just imagine, there'll be a little bit of Flintstones action. We get a, Jack says, wipe the camera lens, please. We will do so at half time. It is, it's very hard because we do have the wind and the rain blowing straight at us. So it's making conditions very, very challenging for all here today, but not if you're New Zealand, with Clark taking a very solid mark on the outer side. We've got Georgie watching from Omaha, watching for the chair high. Ball on the outer side, picked off there by Harris, who lays a shepherd there for New Zealand. Almost dragged in there by Laurie Logo. Might be penalised for holding the ball here. Umpire gives him the benefit of the doubt. Still got some support there for Andrew Lay. Getting a lot of love from the Uni Tigers for PNG. New Zealand dominating possession, but they're not clearing it out as a up and under kick inside the forward 50 there for PNG. That's going to be a free kick for downfield. And PNG, through David Savara, will have a shot on goal. Has already kicked 4 in this tournament, doing so against Fiji in perfect conditions on Monday. So Savara, question of accuracy. Got the first goal of the game here at Maroochydore. You can see this, a deliberate approach, right side of the wrong side for a right footer. And he pokes it through, it's 4 points the margin. And it's his 5th goal for the competition. And all good things come in 5. Clyde says, go PNG Mosquito, go Ezekiel Iger. Get around Zeke. So PNG, 1 straight 6, leading New Zealand 2 behinds. My name's Chris. Absolute pleasure being in your company in these very grueling conditions. That's holding the ball, dropping the ball. Bit from column A, a bit from column B. And Fayamalo tried to get a few extra metres. Connell Brown for New Zealand. Spears it up towards centre half forward. And here they go again, New Zealand, with a booming kick inside the forward 50. Almost a slips catch of a mark there from James Joshua for PNG. Socket attempt off the ground there by John James LeVay there for PNG. Their defence has been exceptional. Working hard up there on the boundary line is Ben, and we'll see a boundary throw in. And it just missed that contact that was put there on LeVay. Troy Thompson says, nice finish. New balls at quarter time. I think generally you might have a new ball at in one for the first half, one for the second half. But that has to be agreed on by both teams before the opening bounce. I'm not exactly sure what both teams have agreed on here. That's the standard rule here in Australia. Lovely tackle, lovely bump there from Penny. Magnificent. Rexy's getting some love there from Borrie, alongside Scotty Johnson. PNG Mozzies, great to be with you. Jeremy Turing says, nice one, Hardy. Get around Ezekiel Iger and the number 12 there for PNG. Definitely get around him in these tough conditions. Lovely pick up like a slippery eel from Glenn Sanyong. Picks the ball up towards centre half back. These chest marks are going to be ideal. There's Paul Philp. First time we've called him today. Kicked the first and last goal of the game against Fiji. It was a perfect bookend to a masterclass performance. As PNG with a lovely kick inside the forward 50. Game starting to open up. New Zealand have got some extra defenders. And they need to just get a comfortable clearing kick because PNG, they've got the numbers. Jason Logie inside the forward 50. Good chest mark. There from Sharp for the Falcons. Switch it across the outer side. Just over 4 minutes remaining. Lolly Saylor says, go PNG. Lots of cheers and love from Perth. Great to be with you, Lolly. Absolute pleasure. Tough conditions here today. We can say that as many times as we can. I think PNG, it's going to suit them just a little bit more, you'd feel. Callie Gurgler couldn't quite trap the ball for PNG. Strong tackle laid. And we'll see another stoppage. Almost in the middle of the ground here. Hard to split the two teams at the moment. I really feel PNG are the better team. As Elton Mondo will get the free kick. Sylvester says go PNG with the old flex. With you, go Laurie Logo. PNG have adapted to these conditions better. Just getting more numbers around the contest. Their level of fitness has been tremendous. As Rex getting a bit of love here today. Sends the ball inside the forward 50. Out to a 2-on-2. Ricochets off the New Zealand defence. Going to ground. There was David Savaro. Kicked the only goal of this game. Messi Fayamalo trying to pick it up. Tries to draw the free kick. He's been absolutely outstanding today, Fayamalo. Been New Zealand's best. They'll try to appeal for the free kick for too high. The umpire said no, we ducked into that. And we'll see a stoppage. Have we got any love for the umpires here today? It's tough to play in. Just as tough to officiate, I feel. These are the games that I dread when I was umpiring back in the day. Lovely tackle laid there from Jason Logie. New Zealand bumped off the ball. Here come PNG again. Just trying to draw the player coming across the centre circle. Burying his head to the ground. Now, that's not... Kelly Kago has not taken too kind of that treatment. And a free kick will be awarded to Jason Logie. Again, it is tough in these conditions. Did he put his head down to try and draw the tackle? Or was the high tackle... Was the tackle drawing the high contact? Very tough in these conditions. The Falcons through Fayamalo, who's high take already, best on ground. Sharp, the ball darted away from him. Penny, left foot kick. Big fly, went up very, very early, and it was a free kick. Clark knows he's going to get that free kick. There's a genuine push in the back regardless, and that will go against David Savara. I think in these conditions here, just don't do anything silly in that instance. Savara Probably could have come down with a spoil, even if he caught behind. Kick up towards the corridor now. Here comes Rex. The big T-Rex. Finds his teammate here in Emmanuel Tupaya. Inside the forward 50. New Zealand with the numbers. Ball hits the deck. Kiwis again. Through the Iceman. Will bring the ball out towards the commentary side of the ground. Savara slips over the crucial stage, as does Percival. PNG putting bodies all over the floor. Some good desperation shown here from Penny. And we'll see a ball up. Meters in from the boundary line inside the final minute. PNG 1 straight 6, leading New Zealand 2 behind. The only goal today coming off the boot for David Savara, which was a free kick from down the field. And we'll see another stoppage. See Michael Bay, not the director, we're going to come onto the ground and directing instructions from the bench. And the number 28 Guernsey there for PNG. Yes, we will get the screen, the lens wipe, and the wind frame blowing straight over Fremalo here for New Zealand. Probably just needed to go up the corridor, tried to find the bride, and we'll see a boundary throw in. And I think that might be the last passage of play as the boundary umpire goes down. If that doesn't give you an idea of how tough conditions are out today, and even throughout the week with the storms that we had Thursday through to Friday, that part of the ground was slipperier than most. It is half time here at a very, very wet Maroochydore. That rain is picking up. It's PNG 1 straight 6, leading New Zealand 2 behinds. Back on the other side of this break. Hello and good afternoon. Welcome back to a very, very soggy Maroochydore here on the Sunshine Coast. Give you a bit of an idea of rain that we've had since 9 o'clock today. We've had 55 mils of rain, and we're going to get a heck of a lot more coming our way over the rest of the afternoon. So it is going to be insane, but we're in your company. So let's have some fun. Great to be with you wherever you may be watching. Mike Wheeler says James Sharp is not also a great AFL player, he's also a former Cleo firefighter. Bachelor of the Year. Takes all sorts to play AFL football, doesn't it? I reckon yeah, we don't want to see those photos surface online. Warwick says, quick wipe of the camera lens would be great, please. It's very tough when we've got limited space up here in the comm box, and we're getting the rain coming straight at us. So we're going to do the best that we can. Willie Mack says, go David Pewter. Put many goals towards the quarter ends. PNG up. Campbell Webster says, got to get Josh Love in the game. Gary says, go Elton Mondo, watching from the POM 3 Mile. Thanks for joining us, Gazza. Hope you have a good time of it. Jeremy says, let's go Jeffrey, Alois, Elton, Big Manu, Jay Munn. I want to say, I really do appreciate everyone from PNG tuning into the call. I do with New Zealand as well. I know how much they love their AFL. How was that? It's a swimming pool here on the commentary wing. I need to bring out the scuba diving gear. This is insane. I've called a lot of footy. I've called footy in hail before and torrential rain, but nothing like this. This is extraordinary and exceptional conditions. We haven't had sunshine since Monday. You've joined us on the coverage for those games. That was the last time we did see mud. As a free kick will go to Emmanuel Tupaya. Free kick for a hold. So PNG just need to thump the ball long here. I know he's in a really tough spot. Kick up towards the forward 50, off hands. Leading forward to the ball was Ezekiel Aga, getting plenty of love off the text. Paddled out towards Andrew Lay, also getting a lot of love. Here come the Kiwis. Kiwis now, left foot kick right in front of us here on the commentary side of the ground. Just bypasses the intended target there in Harris. Fair bit of pressure applied there on Sharp. And we should see Harris wrap the ball up. If I was the New Zealand coaching staff, I want to see them throw Clark on the ball. Just get him more involved in the midfield. They're getting comprehensively beaten in the midfield with the extra numbers. Michael says, pat on the back of the commentary team too. Oh, you're too kind, you're too generous. Look, we try for stuff like this. There's one thing you can guarantee, that you're going to get a very close game of footy. It's international footy. New Zealand with the extra 2-on-1. The inadvertently tap over the head there from Howie. Ended up suiting PNG there. So New Zealand setting the ball 10 metres the other way too. Mike, while we get a bit of a pat on the back, pat on the back for you guys for jumping on board. It's very special. International football. We don't get that opportunity here in Australia. Get a chance to call grand finals. The Australian team never really get a chance to compete in any platform. There's a big hit there laid on Glenn Senyong. Andrew Lay on the field. He's right in front of us at the moment. And the number 9 Guernsey for PNG will come and attack the ball very shortly as PNG push forward with the extra numbers. Right foot kick, ricocheted off the hip of his teammate. Up towards the top of the square. Paul Villett tried to draw the free kick. Ball skidded out towards the outer side. Kelly picks it up nicely. Playing dry weather footy in the wet. Just a cheeky kick out towards the boundary line. Players colliding there. I think it was Phillip there again. No, it wasn't. It was Alois Mondo. A few sore bodies out there on the outer side. Diane says, let's go Mozzies. Watching from Port Moresby. Diane, who's your favourite AFL team? Who do you barrack for in the AFL if you do have a team? Be great to hear. Hacked forward. There by the Falcons, but it's taken here by the Mosquitoes. Inside the forward 50 again. Was looking for Penny. Slips over the top. Big Rex is working hard there for the PNG team. Getting the extra numbers. Just paddled the ball out. New Zealand's pressure is immense. Get out of my way, he says, like a bustling bulldozer is Howison. The captain there of the Kiwis will see a stoppage. Nearly 4 minutes gone here. And PNG 1 straight 6 leading. New Zealand yet to New Zealand 2 behinds, kicking that in the opening 4 minutes. The first term. PNG will pump the ball back inside the forward 50. Off a step there was Ryan Carraro. Kicks slews off the side of the boot there to Percival. Percival kicks it out towards the commentary wing. An attempt to dive there from James Joshua there for PNG. Up and under kick. The Kiwis with some extra numbers now. Handball over the top. It'd be a free kick for too high. And it will go to New Zealand, the Falcons. Dan says up the mighty Essendon Football Club. Go the Bombers. I'm with you, Dan. Red and black all the way, my friend. Yeah, we'll win a final next year. It's been 20 years, but we'll get there in the end, my friend. How's this desperation here from Jeremiah Ben? Hard up on the boundary line. Umpire might penalise him for holding the ball. Dived on the ball. Free kick. And it will go to McBride. They need... Not the McBride. I want to see McBride push deeper. He has to sprint to be that next option. Hold up there about 40 metres out from goal. Now he needs to... McBride, the top of your screen... Needs to push even deeper inside that forward line. Lovely kick then from Freya Malo. Howie. McBride offers a lead. So he lobs it up. Up towards the top of the square. Was that a hold? No, went through for a minor score. And that's their first score in a long time. 5.5 minutes gone here in this term. Margin back to 3 points. That is New Zealand's first score. In trying to work out maths on the fly. 35.5 minutes is their first score. So the Mosquitoes, the Mozzies, on the last line of defence, kicks it down the line. Has a couple of options to choose from, and really enjoying Emmanuel Tapia. Of the game so far, he's the best defender I've seen in the open men's. And the number 25. Absolutely outstanding. Just rock solid. Doesn't lose a contest. There's Emmanuel Tapia. Free kick for a hold out of the ruck contest. It will go to New Zealand. So Harris. Want to see him just kick the ball long. Don't overcomplicate it. That's better. PNG have got numbers back. Clear defence there for the Mosquitoes. Josh Mackey working hard there for the Falcons. Going down the ground there, it might have been Clark. PNG shoveling it out. Campbell here for the Falcons. Lovely work here from Rex. Rex with composure. Finds his captain under siege. Hard up there on the boundary line. Got a thumping, clearing kick off hands, and we'll see a boundary throw in. Bernard says, let's go Dave Savara. As we see a New Zealand player in the background, slow to his feet. And that's Butler. Just a hard contest. I want to see Butler. I know he's rushing to the boundary line here. We'd love to see him turn around, apply some pressure. Laurie Logo involved in this passage of play here for PNG. Up towards high half back, only a one-on-one inside the 450, make up 2-on-2 in fact. Paddling out there, Ezekiel. For PNG, we'll see a boundary throw in. You can see Rice firing up his teammates here. For New Zealand, it could very well be next goal wins. Cooper Clark says, let's go Brendan Clark. Here comes Fayamalo. He and Clark are going to be the two players today. They're going to bring the Kiwis or bring the Falcons back into the contest. Free kick for, I think, is that a hold or holding the ball? It will go to New Zealand. It's going to go to Sharp.
just looking at Josh Mackey at high half forward, he's standing about 30 metres out from goal. There's a fair bit of space in front of him. I want to see Mackey sort of lead in that space and take a mark on the chest 40 out. In this instance here, the ball's going to be thumped forward up towards the top of the square. Sock it off the ground. Out of bounds to the full. It'll be a free kick. I think that's going to go to New Zealand. Absolutely, it'll go to New Zealand. Strong attack there from PNG trying to clear the ball out, but it's going to go to McBride. And McBride, I want to see him come around and snap the ball around the body. No drop punt needed. James Corcoran says, attaboy Sharpie. So McBride, it looks like he's going to run around and just snap the ball around the body. I'm not going to put the moz on him, but I really enjoy his kicking action. And he just snuck it in for a point. 9 minutes gone here in the term. 2 points the margin. Let's see Robles and Jason Logie having a few friendly disagreements. Martin Severa says, with a level of fitness I'm at right now, I'd be crawling by now. I think those, the tremendous endurance, that's going to be a free kick to New Zealand for a knee in the back. And probably not the best attempt or a legitimate attempt at marking the ball would be what the umpire's interpretation is there. So free kick will go to the Falcons. Right full kick inside the forward 50. And some good support shown there by Johnny James LeVay, the captain. Just created that space there for his teammate Mackenzie Barker to mark. Finds his captain. They'll switch across the outer side. 7 minutes remaining here in the third term. My name's Chris. It is my pleasure being in your company. Clyde says, nice pressure from Ezekiel. Go Mozzies. Ball inside the forward 50 here for New Zealand. Lovely work darting in and out of traffic. There was Jason Logie up towards the far wing. Kiwis dropped the mark. They've dominated the last 3 or 4 minutes of play. Big hit behind play. It's going to be a free kick, New Zealand. Keith says friendly disagreements. Yeah, a few friendly disagreements. I think the testosterone levels will be at an all-time high. It's the Tane train who got the free kick, finds his teammate Josh Mackey. Takes a little bit off the kick, was looking for Sharp. And PNG settle. I think they need to, on Dougie Lay, the coach of PNG, I'd be trying to slow the play down. Umpire didn't play the mark, and rightfully so. Percival kicks in the back of his PNG opponent. Captain here for the PNG, switch it across the outer side. Just slow the tempo down. Michael Bay, the director of the Transformers, marked across half back. And the ball will go out of bounds. Boundary throwing on the outer side. So New Zealand have dominated the past sort of 6-7 minutes. Ruxel contest, Howie and Elton Mondo. Elton Mondo's got the agility. Howie gets front position. Taps it down to the PNG midfield. Mark dropped on the outer side by the Tane train. Tane Curtin. Captain picks it up. Howison for New Zealand. Is buried into the ground. We'll see a ball up. Paddy Lloyd says, go Mozzies. PNG, Maroochydore behind you. Let's go. Well, PNG might only have one shot on goal for the day. That's not our ground. But that might very well be the winning shot of the day too. As we'll see another stoppage. Very, very tough conditions here if you are an official. These are days you don't look forward to. And if you're Queensland umpires, to be fair, you don't actually experience these conditions that much. As the Falcons. It's going to be holding the ball. Will be a free kick. The Tane train has given away a one there. So PNG, he's going to have to come around his mark. I called VFL football with Victorian Football League. I think I've called 20 odd games this year, and I might have had one day that was wet right across the winter. So this is unseasonably wet for what the local umpires, the Queensland umpires, are used to adjudicating in. Sharp work done on the outer side there by Johnston for the Falcons. They'll look to work their way up the corridor. 4 minutes remaining. Famello
He's got speed to burn, sends the ball at the other side and finds his teammate to perfection. Is that the Tane train again? Loops it up by foot. That's much better. Finds his captain out towards Faimalo again. This is better from New Zealand. PNG got plenty of numbers back. Just to slow the play down, but not in this instance here as they opened it up to Percival. PNG flooding numbers back quickly, clogging up that space. Percival probably just have to go to the top of the square now. 48 metres out from goal. New Zealand have the numbers. McBride off his hands, couldn't take the mark. Sock it off the ground there from Ryan Coro. Does so again on multiple occasions. Found his teammate. Beautiful running across half back here from Penny. Gets it over the top to his teammate there in Elton Mondo. And they're rocking and rolling here, transitioning from defence up towards high half forward beautifully here. The PNG, and a mark has been paid to Jeffrey Nemete. Loco says, get the T-Rex bump and get him back out there. We need the great man out there. Inside the forward 50, off hands. Lovely work. Right foot kick around the body. That's another one. PNG. Give it to the man who loves kicking goals. That's Dave Savara. Let's have a look at that on the replay. He's got 6 for the top for the cup. And that's a match winner. Fantastic work. 14 and a half minutes gone here in this term, and it's 8 points of margin. And haven't we seen that a lot? Is that a team who has been dominating general play, locking the ball inside their forward 50, unable to convert, ball goes down the other end. And I have to praise the work. That goal is all thanks to number 27 for PNG, Ryan Kororo. He socketed the ball off the ground, got 5 metres in front of him, and then socketed off the ground again and found his teammates on the other side, and they were able to transition really well. So, full credit to that goal. Yes, Dave Savara has kicked that goal, but we have to reward the effort there from Ryan Kororo from Cobbity Footy Club, as we're seeing a 6-6 rule come in here. PNG recruiter says that the match winner, is it? I reckon it would be. I mean, Dave Savara kicked 4 goals in the first game. He only needs a couple of chances. He's only had maybe 4 or 5 disposals, if that, and he's kicked 2 goals. So the Falcons now on the reset. Burying his head there, it was Clark. He said he needed to get into the midfield. And here comes PNG. They're running on top of the water beautifully. Right foot kick up towards high half forward. Was that a mark? No, it wasn't there to Ezekiel Igar. But he darts in and out of traffic. Lovely recovery there from Zeke. Out towards Glenn Saninyong. Inside the forward 50. Spent it before he had it there. Was Paul Phillip. Ball 45 metres out from PNG's goal. Free kick. And we're going to see a lot of free kicks today. Josh Emmanuel says, way to go, Brian Coro, and keep that pressure, Ezekiel Igar. Now to Jeffrey Namade. He doesn't have the free kick. We're just trying to identify his teammate. It looks like he's going to come off. He's seeking treatment from the trainers. If I was Jeffrey, I'd be doing all that I can. I'd be commanding the ball, saying, well, mate, you can't take your kick. I will take it. I'm used to kicking goals. And this will be the last kick of the quarter. No, player is going to come straight off the ground. So Dave is going to have a shot on goal after the siren. It's going to be a tough kick. But I think him and Dave Savara are the 2 players. They kicked 8 goals between them in the win over Fiji on Monday. This is his opportunity, and you run the risk in these conditions when you go for that extra distance in the wet. It'll skew off the side of the boot and go out to the right-hand side. But what to say? I mean, here's a lovely kick of the footy. It's coming back. It'll fall short. It's 3/4 time here at Maroochydore. My name's Chris. We've got a big last quarter coming up. Join us on the other side of this break.
Hello and good afternoon. Welcome back here to Maroochydore. My name's Chris. It's wonderful being in your company wherever you may be watching. PNG lead this one 12-4. Who do you think is going to win? Just putting it out there. Just around the grounds in the 2024 Pacific Cup. The great man Daniel Viles calling a beautiful finish on the back oval there on the far side there, where Nauru kicked 3 goals in the last quarter to come from behind and defeat Tonga 5-3 in a very, very good tight contest. Nauru hit the front for the first time in the game about halfway through the last quarter, after Tonga led at every change, including kicking the opening goal of the final term to lead by 8 points in conditions that are more than challenging. Plenty of love here on the chat. Baggy Ty says, well done, Ryan. Pella says, wow, what a score. It's tough out there, but PNG, their transition from one end of the ground to the other and their speed has definitely hurt New Zealand, as they got the numbers across half back. John James LeVay kicks the ball up towards the commentary wing. Get to a 2-on-3. And these numbers, while PNG have got the odd numbers, they have been able to put that pressure on. And that's evident here. Just getting that extra number to the contest. Scotty Johnson from the KC Swans skids the ball inside the forward 50. Looking to receive it there was Omega. Here comes Leitz. Ricochets off the hand of his teammate. Paddle the ball forward. Taken here by Penny. Penny, left foot kick inside the forward 50. Great defensive work there from the Rice man. There's Xavier Rice. Still inside the field of play. Good pressure laid there on the Kiwis and resulted in the free kick. And there was a deft little tap there from on Jeff Namate. Jack off the chat says Ryan Cockero is the Caboni club captain. Well, he set up that second goal, didn't he, in that third term, with multiple soccer off the ground that eventually set up Savara kicking that wonderful snap around the body, which was just a lovely kick too. I could personally
seen a lot of footy. I could watch Dave Savara play footy every week. 53 weeks a year, I think is an absolute treat to watch at the number 15. But that's just me as a footy fan. They try to appeal for a throw. The umpire was blindsided. And we'll see a boundary throw in. Jeremiah Ben hands the ball back to the boundary umpire. Diesel says not easy scoring in this mess. The ground is actually held up really well considering. It doesn't get that muddy underfoot. It drains well. It's just unfortunate at the moment with the amount of rain that we're getting, the water just sits on top. Great work here by the captain. John James LeVay just got the handball forward. Clever work there from Faimalo there for New Zealand. Strong work. Gave the old fend off. That's holding the ball. Forfeited his prior opportunity. Emmanuel Tapia ran into a brick wall, and Josh Mackey gets the free kick. That will be a free kick against the Falcons, and the captain needs to hold off here. Faimalo needs to get out of it. Tensions are high. The free kick was awarded against Sharp. We don't need this. Faimalo and LeVay just need to get out of it. The player was taken out. The PNG defender was taken out 5 metres off the ball. Sharp didn't need to do that. He's got the bigger body. Ball hits the ground. New Zealand through Mackey. Tries to find his captain there in Howison. In the wettest part of the ground. Doesn't deter the PNG midfield. Left foot kick around the body. Nutmegs the would-be defender there for New Zealand. Lovely pick up here from Omega. They did all the hard work before turning it over across half back. So 3.5 minutes gone here in the final turn. And the Kiwis, the Falcons, need to take more risk. Bowler says lose the game, win the fight. I think it's win the game, lose the fight. It's all about winning the game. Don't win the fight at all. We don't need any of that happening in our competition. A yellow card or something silly could result in a 50-metre penalty or dual 50-metre penalties and cost your team the game and a place in the finals. I mean, these were the two teams that fought off in the International Cup Grand Final at the MCG back in 2017. PNG with the extra numbers. Here comes Savara. Right foot kick. Misses. He's just a beautiful kick of the footy though, isn't he, Dave? 9 points the margin. I like to say it's a handy point. The PNG, they're the better side on it on the field at the moment. Right foot kick around the body, up towards the top of the square. No, and he knew it too. Ezekiel. Dave Savara put his hands up and touched the ball and sent it through for a behind. In his defence though, Dave Savara, if he didn't get his hands on the ball, the defender may have. So it's a tough situation in that instance there because he was caught from behind. Almost got to go for that mark. The Falcons, they're on the outer side. Howison, the player in front, got first hands on it. Howison, left foot kick around the body. Good pressure applied there from PNG. Dropping his knees in the contest. We'll see a stop here. This is a big moment. Josh Emmanuel says, that's my brother Ezekiel Iger. Gregory Akari says, well done, David Savara. Too good. Small bro. This is it for New Zealand. Their championship winning hopes are on the line here. And the next 5 minutes is going to go a long way. That's holding the ball. Be a free kick. And it will go. Was that the umpires deemed that to be in the back? So you hear that siren? That's for the women's game coming up shortly. Here they come. Across half back up towards high half forward. Mark taken by Fabian Solo. Has to get going quickly. Embracing these conditions and finds his teammate. I think that's McBride. And they absolutely must kick this one, New Zealand. That's their best passage of play. We said the next 5 minutes are going to be telling. Making the most of that free kick on the far side of the ground. And getting the ball in the hands of all the right people, including Vemeo Salo. and finds McBride to kick the Falcons' first goal of this game and keep their championship hopes alive. McBride, almost a bit of left to right in these conditions here, the right footer. It just went too far to the right, but that's a mark. No, it's a... Here we go, we're going to go for a conference here. I think the umpire is saying that the second attempt was a point. In fact, no. The second attempt was taken inside the field of play, and it will be a shot on goal for the Falcons. They're going to have a very, very tight angle for Butler. Johnny Butler. This is a very, very tough kick for anyone at any level in these conditions. Right foot kick. It's too easy for the Butler. Make him the mayor. And New Zealand get there first. Caught up on a very tight angle. And we called it, didn't we? We called it. There was a stoppage there on half back, the other side of the ground. And we said that the next 5 minutes are going to be very crucial for New Zealand, and they needed to capitalise, and they certainly did. Jules Vogue says, let's pick it up. Jeffrey Vogue, number 19. Told HR you'd explain why I took an hour to watch the game. Because he takes forever to kick it. Diesel says, nice, right back in it. I know the great man Daniel Viles had the draw last night. I think we're going to get some good finish here. The PNG, they have been the best side in it. I'd probably say they've had the 65 to 35% ratio, maybe closer to 70-30. Just in my observations, you'll see if Andrew's throwing. Tamara says yes. Bowler getting absolutely pumped. But I do like that little backhand there to Jeffrey Vogue. Rocky Rex says, let's go Rex. 4 points of margin here. PNG. Free kick has been awarded to them. A couple of heads colliding in that contest. So Elton Mondo. Coming up after this contest, we'll have Nauru taking on Fiji. Big booming kick there from Mondo inside the forward 50. PNG with some extra numbers. They're shepherding for each other. The boundary throw-in might be ideal for them. Savara conceding ground, looking for Mondo again. Should suit New Zealand here. They just need to clear grass. And we'll see a boundary throw-in. 9.5 minutes gone here in this final term. 3 goals kicked for the game. Extremely tough conditions. Over 50 mil of rain we've seen since this morning. Both players holding on. You can hear the umpire yell out in the background there. Well done to our umpires today. Very, very tough conditions. In the games that I've umpired in the past, you'd see rain and you'd be thinking, my goodness, it's just going to be a stoppage fest. And you'll see lots of players contest the contest. Now, I don't know if that's going to be... And this is why the conditions are hard. This is not this ground. And we're going to see a stoppage. So the umpire has cancelled that decision out, and we're just going to see a stoppage. So we're seeing more players around the pack, and you're more likely to see things happen boundary side that you're going to miss. So here on the commentary side, we're going to see a lot more happening than what the umpire will see, but that's because he's going to have 3 or 4 players extra around the contest than what he'd usually do on a wet day. So it is very, very tough, and I say that having umpired over 500 myself. A free kick for a hole, and it will go to Fame Salo. She was held off on the back of the pack. Kick over the top, around the floor. And throw in. This game's lifted up a couple of notches, hasn't it? It really has tightened the screws. And this is going the journey. I can use the cliche, next goal wins. That's a foregone conclusion. I don't know that we'll get another goal here, but New Zealand, the momentum has turned in their favour. That ball goes out of bounds on the full, and their pressure, just around the contest, it's really lifted. Look out for Faimalo. Female and Clark, if the Falcons are going to win this, it's going to be all thanks to them as perceivable marks in front of Penny. But I will say that PNG as a whole, they have been the much better side today, just due to that defensive work. They've got extra numbers in this contest, but that's been standard. 4 on 3, utilising the extra number around here. That's perfect to Rexy. Rexy now, handball's back in border, will go back to Rex. No, he won't. Right foot kick and up and under. Where's Dave Savaro? The umpire Jeffrey will get the free kick. Jules Vogue is watching on, Vogue, and he's saying, well, going to be taking an alternative here. Because your man, Jeffrey, is going to take an eternity until the umpire says otherwise. You see the Falcons just sending lots of numbers back. But put it up towards the top of the square, or even, I think you'll get the distance. The crowd is hushed. See the Falcons got plenty of numbers. Should the ball fall short, he went for the extra distance. Out of bounds on the full. And here's the thing. Oh, well, they've got a spare ball behind the goals. That's worked out really well. To the Falcons through Johnston. Gets the ball up towards the Coventry side. Mark dropped by Laurie Logo. That was a leg. That'll be a free kick. And they're moving swiftly here. The Falcons shimmy the kick forward. Beautiful tackle. Just got the handball away. No. But how's the recovery there from Mackie? Got the free kick before. Made the mistake. Followed it up. That's repeat efforts here from Mackie. He's had a big last corner. Comes off the hands of Anderson. As Butler falls to ground. Oh, 3.5 minutes left on the clock. If you can't get excited about this, you haven't lived. And they're going to appeal for a high tackle. And we highlighted time and time again, these are very tough conditions to officiate. Connolly Brown takes the mark, goes up the corridor. His teammate has a bit of time to recover, just has to kick the ball around the body that he does. Off the hands there of his captain. It's hacked forward there by PNG. Up towards centre half forward. Ball hits the deck, trying to draw the opportunity here, Ezekiel. He's got Dave Savara there in support if he needs him. Attempt, here comes Savara. He's kicked the only 2 goals of the game here for PNG. Make that 3! He is extraordinary! Lap it up, PNG. You deserve this. See this on the replay. Savara. He's only had 5 disposals and he's kicked 3 goals, 1. He is an incredible footballer. You can feel the love. That is one of the most important goals that we'll see of this event. That could send him through to a grand final. 14.5 minutes gone here in this term. Bella says, what a goal. To 10 points the margin. Keith says, let's go. Nice one, PNG. Oh, this is incredible. As I said earlier on in this quarter, I could watch Dave Savara play every week of the year. And that's not just during the season, like 50-odd weeks of the year. Let's have footy 52 weeks of the year. I'd even watch him kick snags on Christmas Day. Malice says sloppy skills from New Zealand. To be fair, this is very, very tough for all players out there today. I think they've just panicked here, Bella. There's been a sense of panic, so you've got to take more risks. Perceivable marks. Josh Emmanuel says, whoa, bring it home, boys. Kicks it right into the solar plexus there, Penny. I hope he was wearing a cup. Oh. Jules Margay says, worth an hour to watch. Screw what HR thinks. Your country's playing AFL football. I'd take a week off. HR should be watching too. Tell them to get on board. Howison handballs the ball forward. Tries to get the fend off there was Clark, who's been quiet in this game. Hasn't been around the ball as often as he should be. Melo paddles the ball forward. Going to ground was Josh Mackey. He's been probably one of the Kiwis' best, particularly in this final term. The clock is ticking down. Mackey sends the ball inside the forward 50. Mark not taken it. Bobbled out. Good tackle there by Faye Malo. Umpire says play on. Kick around the body, 30 seconds remaining. This is going to be a famous win for PNG. And Dave Savara, he's at the wrong end of the ground and he's impacting the contest like an absolute superstar. The time is ticking away, PNG fans. Patrick Savara's watching, that's my son. You should be proud, Paddy, absolutely proud. The siren will sound in a few seconds' time. PNG, I want to see you go absolutely bananas on the chat. This is a famous win, setting up a potential match against Nauru. Maybe. The siren has sounded. PNG, back-to-back wins in the Pacific Cup. What a performance. Dave Savara is the hero with 3 goals, 3 from 3. The only goal scorer there was Butler for New Zealand. My name's Chris. Get on board in the chat. It's been awesome being in your company. How good is AFL football? Rain, hail or shine. We look forward to seeing you for Nauru and Fiji coming up in a few minutes' time. Or maybe half an hour time. We'll see you then. My name's Chris. Thank you very much.